Hi everyone. Today we'll be starting with the next chapter, chapter number 7, ratio, proportion and unitary method. So firstly we are going to talk about today is the term ratio. Ratio is the method of comparing the quantities. Comparing quantities means like two quantities are given to me. I am going to write them in the ratio 2:3. This sign means the sign is of ratio. I am going to pronounce this as 2:3. 2:3. I'm going to pronounce it like this. Okay. And the second thing is, if I'm going to write this means that these two values are being compared while being in division. 2:3 I can write as 2 divided by 3. Okay. Second thing about the ratio is, first thing is that two quantities which we are comparing, they have to be of the same kind. That is, if this is, I am talking about 2 pens, then this quantity is also going to be pen. This cannot be some other quantity. So we have to compare the two quantities which are of the same kind, right? Second thing is that the units ratio does not have the unit. Now why it does not have the unit is because if I'm going to take 2 meters is to 3 meters, I'm going to take this, I can write, just now I have told you that they can be written in the form of division. So I can write 2 meters divided by 3 meters. Now meter and meter is cancelled. What is left with me? 2/3, and this I can write in the ratio form, that is 2:3. Can you see any unit? No. So that means the ratio does not have any unit. But when we are going to find the ratios, the units have to be same. Okay. Now let's move further with the question. This was the basic introduction of the ratio. Now we are going to start with the questions. Now exercise 7.1, first question is, you have to express the following in the simplest form. Simplest form means you have to cut this ratio, right? The question number 1, A part is given to us 39:51. Now I am going to divide it, 39/51. Let me cancel these two on the table of 3 because they both are getting cancelled on the table of 3. 13 and this will go on 17. Now 13 and 17 are not further getting cancelled, so I'm going to write 13/17. And this divide sign, I have to write it in the ratio. Even this is the simplest fraction, I have to write the simplest ratio. So this will become 13:17. Simplest means which cannot be further cancelled, and the ratio means I'm going to write 13:17. So that's how you are going to do the question number 1. Now let's move to question number 2. Question number 1, B part. It is 225 milliliters is to 375 milliliters. Now the question which is given in the ratio, I can write as 225 milliliters upon 375 milliliters. Milliliters, units are getting cancelled. Units have to be same. If they are not same, we have to make it same. Next, I am going to cancel these two now. Firstly, I am going to cancel this on the table of 5. It will go on 45. And this will go on 75. Next, again I am going to cancel these two on the table of 5. It will go on 9. 5 9s are 45, and this will go on 15. Now 9 and 15 are further getting cancelled on 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. So now 3 and 5 are not further getting cancelled. So that means now I have reached the simplest form. 3/5 is the simplest form, and the simplest ratio will become 3:5. Which cannot be further cancelled. Okay, so this was your B part. Now let's move to the C part. Now in the C part, we can see 50 gram is to 2 kg. Now 50 gram divided by 2 kg, are the units same? No, they are not same, so I cannot cancel them. So for this I have to keep my units same. 50 gram 2 instead of kg. In 1 kg how many grams are there? 1000. So I'm going to multiply by 1000 grams. I have converted 1 kg to grams because in 1 kg 1000 grams are there. Okay, so I have written it like this. Now gram and gram cancelled. 0 and 0 cancelled. 5 ones are, and this will go on 20. So this will become 1/40. This is the simplest fraction, and the ratio is 1:40. Okay, now you can see the solution here. 50 gram ratio 2 kg. Okay, and I have just cancelled. I have shown you how I have done. So this is the solution of the C part. Now let's do the D part. In D part, we have been given millimeters and centimeters. So in millimeters and centimeters, you should know that in 1 centimeter 10 millimeters are there. Okay, we have done this. King Humayun died after drinking chocolate milk. There is a gap of 10. Here comes whatever the basic unit we are taking. Here we are going to talk about the meters, so I am here going to take meters, and everywhere I am going to add meters. Everywhere is a gap of 10, so I am going to multiply. When I am going to move from this to this side, I am going to do multiply. Now there is a gap of 10 between these two, so 10. Everywhere is a gap of 10 between DAM 2 meters, and then like this. Now I want to talk about these two. In 1 centimeter, how many millimeters are there? 10. So that's how it has come here. Okay, now the question is, the ratio is given 6 millimeters to 6 centimeters. Now this ratio I'm going to firstly write in the division form. 6 millimeters divided by 6 centimeters, but I have to keep them same. So what I'm going to do, in 1 centimeter 10 millimeters are there, so I'm going to write 6 millimeters upon 6 into 10 millimeters. Millimeter cancel, 6 and 6 cancelled. Now what is left here? This was 1 upon 10, and the ratio will be 1 upon 10, simplest form. Okay, simplest ratio. So this was your question number 1. Now let's move to question number 2. Write 2 equivalent ratios of the following. Now equivalent ratios we have done in the 6th standard also, and in the previous chapters also we have done such questions. Now there can be infinite equivalent ratios of this. 4 upon 16 is the ratio given to me. If I am going to cancel and make them in the simplest form, 4 1s are 4 4s are 16. Answer is 1 upon 4. This 1:4 is the equivalent fraction. This is the equivalent ratio of this. This can also be there. So this was your first equivalent ratio. Now on the basis of this also, I can take out the next equivalent ratios. How? I can just multiply this with the same number. So 2 1s are 2 and 2 4s are 8. So this becomes 2:8. So 1:4 and 2:8 are the next 2 equivalent fractions or the ratios. Now you can find infinite of like this. What basically I have done is, first of all, I know that I can see that I can cancel these numbers. So cancel them. After cancelling them, you are going to get the simplest ratio, and then you can easily find the next equivalent ratios. Let's do now. Here in this 1:4, 2:8 are the equivalent ratios. Okay, that's how you are going to write in this. See how I have written it here. First of all, now see, you can do anything. I have done here also. I have divided this first number by 4 and then 16 also by 4, because I can see that they both are getting cancelled. So this is also done. Or what I can do, I have explained you here that 1 upon 4 can be multiplied with 2 and divided by 2. Or what else I can do, the same number 4 upon 16 also I can multiply and divide by 2. Ultimately we have to find the equivalent ratios. Okay, now let's move to the B part. Now in the B part, I am having 11:132. Now 11:132 means that I am going to divide these two on the table of 12. If I am going to divide 11 ones are, and then this will be cancelling on the table of 11 only on 12. So this will become 1 upon 12, and this will give me 1:12. Now what you can do is, or what I have done in the first part also, I am going to explain you better way in this part. First of all, I had cancelled these two on the table of 11, and this was my simplest ratio. If I have to find the equivalent ratio, what I can do is, either with this 1 upon 12 I can multiply and divide with the same number, or with this 11 upon 132 I can multiply and divide with the same number. Whatever the answer is going to come, that is going to be my equivalent ratio. Okay, so 2 upon 24, this will give me 2 upon 24, and the ratio will be 2:24. Here it will be 264, so the ratio is going to be 22:264. Okay, so any infinite number of equivalent ratios I can find. So I have done this part. First of all, I had cancelled it. One equivalent ratio which I got was 1:12. The next one which I got was, I just multiplied this simplest ratio with 2 and 2, and I got this second equivalent ratio. You can multiply this number by 3, 3 upon 3, 4 upon 4, 5 upon 5, any of the numbers you can do. Okay, so this was your B part. You can please see the solution. Now let's move to the C part. C part, because here now why I have done it like this, 7:12. This means 7 upon 12. Now I can see that this is actually by itself is the simplest ratio, so I cannot further cancel them, and if I cannot further cancel them, just multiply it. 2 upon 2, this will give you 14 upon 24, and 7 upon 12 into 3 upon 3, any numbers you can take and multiply, so it will be 21 upon 36. Now this is 14:24, this is 21:36. So the answer is 14:24, 21:36 are equivalent ratios. Now there can be infinite answers. Again I'm saying this, you can multiply by 4, 5, 6, any number you can do. Okay, now this was your C part. Now D part. In the D part, 8:14. This means 8 upon 14. I can clearly see that they both can be cancelled on the table of 2. So let us cancel them. 2 4s are, 2 7s are. So this is 4 upon 7. And 4 upon 7 is the simplest ratio. This means 4:7. Now with this I can find the equivalent ratio. So this will become 4 upon 7. Multiply by 2 upon 2. This will give me 8 upon 14. This was the same. Now 4 upon 7 into 3 upon 3. As it was same, so I cannot take it. So one more I need, and that will be 4 3s are 12 upon 21. So this will give me 12:21. 4:7 and 12:21. Okay. So here also what I have to do is 4 upon 7 into 3 upon 3. As the question was given 8:14, so I cannot take 2 upon 2. You have to take some other. So it will be 4 3s are 12 upon 21. So you cancel this and write this one and this one. Okay. Now the next one. Question number 3. Now in this question you have to determine whether the following ratios are equivalent or not. In this, equivalent means that both sides, the ratio or the fractions have to be same. If the fractions are same, then that means the ratios are equal. Now in the first part, 3:4 and 45:60 is given to me. 3:4 and 45:60. Now this means 3 upon 4. 45:60 means 45 upon 60. I can cancel 45 and 60 on the table of 15. 15 3s are 45, 15 4s are 60. This will become 3 upon 4 and this will become 3 upon 4. Can you see at both the sides the fractions are same? When the fractions are same, that means yes, these ratios are equivalent. So that's what I have written here. Determine whether the ratios are equivalent or not. Just cancel it the fraction, or the other method is of the cross multiplication. You can use that method also. Okay. Now let's move to B part. 4:5 means 4 upon 5. 28:35, that means 25 upon 35. Now you are going to cancel these two on the table of 7. 4 7s are 28 and 7 5s are 35. So I have cancelled these two on the table of 7. Answer came 4 upon 5. Both sides fractions are same. That means these ratios are equivalent. Next, C part, try by yourself. Now let's do the D part. Now D part is 6:11, 42:15. Now this is the D part. What is the meaning of the 6:11? 6 upon 11. This means 42 upon 55. Now I can see that 42 and 55 are not having the common factor. Or if you people are finding it difficult that how we are going to get to know that whether they are getting cancelled or not, do the cross multiplication. What you will do? 6 into 55, 11 into 42. Okay, and this will give you 330. When you are going to multiply these two, it will give you 462. Are these both sides coming equal? No, they are not coming equal. That means they are not equivalent. This is the cross multiplication method. Okay, and if you don't want to use the cross multiplication method, the simple method is 6 upon 11, 42 upon 55. I know that 42 and 55 are not coming on any common number, so that means these two fractions are not equal, and if not equal, that means not equivalent. Okay, so this was your question number 3. Now you have to compare. In question number 4, you have to compare, and in comparison, how you are going to do? Cross multiply. Simple it is. 2:3, 2:3, 4:6. Now in this question, you can do by this method also, cross multiply, or you can do firstly cancel also. Okay, let us do first question, first part. 2:3 and 4:6. These are the questions. 2/3 and this is 4/6. Now 4 and 6 are getting cancelled on the table of 2. 2 2s are 2 3s are 2/3, 2/3. It is not necessary that you have to use the cross multiplication method. It is not mentioned that you have to use that particular method. So if it is easily visible that these two, after cutting, these two fractions are coming same, then you can do by this method also. Since the fractions are coming same, so therefore these two ratios are going to be equal. 2:3 is equals to 4:6. You have to compare which one is greater, which one is smaller, or whether they are equal or not. So these two ratios are equal. Okay, I have done this with the cross multiplication method. Here I have told you with the cancelling method. You can do any of the method. Okay, now let's move to the B part. Now the B part is 5:2 and 20:4. So ratio we have changed and I have got into division form. Now I can firstly cancel these two on the table of 10, on the table of 2. 2 10s are 2 2s are. So now 5/2, 10/2. Now which of these fractions is the greater one? 10/2. This is the greater one. So that means 5:2 is smaller than 20:4. This is the greater one. Okay, so this was your B part. Similarly, let's do the C part. The C part is 6:7 and 42:56. Now 6:7 means 6/7, 42/56. Now I can cancel firstly these two on the table of 2. 21, 28. 7 3s are 7 4s are 28. Now this is 6/7 and 3/4. Now still I am not able to find that which fraction is the greater one. So for this I am going to do the cross multiply. It will be 6 4s are 24, 7 3s are 21. Now which is greater? 24. This side is greater, that means 6/7 is greater. That means 6:7 is greater than 42:56. Okay, what I have done in this complete question is, first of all I can see that I can change this into the simplest ratio. So I have converted this into the simplest ratio, and that is 3/4. Now on converting into the simplest ratio, I can still not identify which of these two fractions is the greater one. And if I have to find the fraction which is the greater one, so I can clearly do the cross multiplication method. 4 will be multiplied by 6, 7 will be multiplied by 3, and after multiplying I can get 24 is the greater one. This side, left side is the greater one, so everything which is on the left side is going to be the greater one. So 6:7 is the greater one. Okay, now let's move to the D part. Now in D part also again 4:6 and 24:36. Now this is the question. 4/6, 24/36. Let's firstly cancel them and make them into the simplest ratio. 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. Now let's do this. 12 2s are 24, 12 3s are 36. 2/3, 2/3. Now it is coming same. Since the fractions are coming same, so that means the ratios will also be equal. Okay, so there was no need of doing any cross multiplication, because we can clearly see that in both the cases fractions are coming same. Okay, and so that means they are going to be equal. Now let's do question number 5, A part. Question number 5, A part is, now two numbers are in the ratio 2:3. When two numbers are given in the ratio 2:3, the larger number is 30 more than the smaller number. Find the number. Now what is the meaning of this line? Now let us see. When two numbers are given in the ratio 2:3, what I am going to do here is I am going to remove this ratio sign and I am going to change this into 2x, and this I am going to change to 3x. Okay, what I have done is ratio I have changed, then how I have removed the ratio sign? This ratio I have removed by adding x with this 2 and then x with this 3. So the two numbers have become 2x and 3x. So I am going to write, let the numbers are 2x, 3x. Okay. Now let us see the larger number. Now out of 2x and 3x, which one is going to be the larger number? 3x, because 3 is greater than 2 and 3, this number is going to be the multiple of 3. So obviously this number is going to be the larger number. Larger number is, so 3x is 30 more. 30 more means 30 plus. The smaller number is more than half of the smaller number. Is 30 more than half of smaller number. Now which is the smaller number? 2x. Now let us solve this equation. 3x is equals to 30 plus 1 upon 2 of means multiply into 2x. 2 and 2 cancelled. So 3x is equals to 30 plus x. Now all the variables at one side. So x I am going to take to the other side. 3x minus x is equals to 30. 2x is equals to 30. X is equals to 30 upon 2. 2 ones are 15s. So x is equals to 15. Now this is not the correct, this is not the complete answer, I would say. X value we have taken out 15. Now we have to find the original numbers. Original numbers are 2x and 3x. That means I am going to place the value of x here. 2 into 15, 15 2s are 30. 3 into 15, 15 3s are 45. Okay. So try to do the questions till here. Please see the solution of this. Question number 5a part. I have just explained you with this. And then here. Okay. Try to do 7.1 till question number 5a part. Okay. Thank you.